The Great Purge of Mandalore was one of the most devastating events in the long and proud history of the Mandalorians. The Night of 1,000 Tears saw much of the planet devastated and destroyed by thousands of TIE bombers and imperial droids. However, this was not the first time the Mandalorian homeworld had been subjected to such an apocalyptic attack. For much of its history, Mandalore was a lush world. However, by the time of the Clone Wars, Mandalore consisted of numerous domed cities scattered across a desert wasteland. Mandalore's transformation from a beautiful world to a desert planet is firmly the fault of the Mandalorians' rivals, the Republic and the Jedi. On this channel, we have already highlighted how the Jedi often met those who threatened their ideology with extreme force. The legions of Lhetto, the Dark Jedi, and the entire Sith species were all greeted with the slash of a lightsaber, all in the name of peace, serenity, and the light side of the Force. However, this brutal treatment was not just reserved for the followers of the dark side, and the Mandalorians were also subjected to the wrath of the Jedi High Council. Around 4,000 years before the Clone Wars, the Mandalorian army was utterly destroyed after the Jedi Revan activated a superweapon on the world of Malachor V. The Mandalorian people were left leaderless and scattered across the galaxy, with many becoming bounty hunters and mercenaries. The Mandalorians would continue on as a minor faction throughout the various Sith and Republic wars that plagued the galaxy for the next few thousand years. During this time, they were often without a leader and beset with infighting and stagnation. However, towards the end of the new Sith Wars, around 1,050 years before the destruction of the Death Star, this began to change. A new Mandalore would take power and began a movement known as the Return. Mandalore the Uniter, as he came to be known, revitalized Mandalorian industry and united the squabbling clans in order to defend Mandalorian space, even going so far as to safeguard neighboring sectors from trouble. Following the defeat of the Sith and the demilitarization of the Republic, the regimented society of the Mandalorians rose once again to galactic prominence. Tensions soon began to rise between the Republic and the Mandalorians. Firstly, they had refused the Republic's demands they demilitarize, and had begun to make defense and economic pacts with neighboring sectors that were members of the Republic. They also began to increase taxes on trade along the Hydian Way, an increasingly vital trade route for the recently reindustrialized Outer Rim. Despite calls to join the Republic, the proud Mandalorians would opt to remain independent, growing in influence over the next few centuries. In 738 BBY, the Jedi and the Republic could no longer tolerate this threat to their dominance, and sought to remove the Mandalorians as an opposing power. Led by Jedi generals, the Republic began an attack on Mandalorian space. The Republic was quick to strike many of the Mandalorians' most vital worlds, including Fennel, Ordo, Concord Dawn, and of course Mandalore itself. The Mandalorians fought hard, but they knew from the beginning that they had no chance of repelling such an overwhelming invasion. Planetary bombardment of farmland and Mandalore's lush forests left the planet scorched and barren. Many Mandalorians perished in the onslaught, while many others fled into exile as a Republic occupation began. The Mandalorians were forced to give up their armor that was so significant to their culture. They came to name this dark time the Drow Han, or in Galactic Basic, the Annihilation. This effective genocide of the Mandalorians would leave deep scars in their society that lasted for centuries. The Mandalorian people were forced to relocate into giant domed cities as so much of their homeworld was now uninhabitable. Their society too now lay as fractured as their homeworld. From the Republic puppet government, a new pacifist movement arose, seeking to do away with the Mandalorians' warrior past. Others rejected these pacifists as traitors, keeping their now illegal traditions alive in secret. These divisions split and further weakened the Mandalorians, ensuring that the Republic and their Jedi allies would remain the dominant forces in the galaxy. This brutal attack on Mandalore was not the first time the Jedi and Republic resorted to genocide to defeat their rivals. Many years before, the Sith species was subjected to the same cruelty by the supposed Guardians of Peace, which you can find out about in this video.